very brutal diseases. Diseases like this one.
I like Mark Cuban. I've always liked him, but this is a mistake. And once Trump puts his name on prescriptions, we're all going to die, okay?
Unfortunately, we still have no medications for Trump derangement syndrome on TrumpRx.gov, but we're working on it.
You know what the medication is for Trump derangement syndrome? When you pay lower taxes and your bank account starts to grow. And you see that illegal aliens aren't killing American citizens at the rate they were before. That starts to do away with the Trump derangement syndrome. I wish that worked with the left. They can't see it like we can. Oh, well. That's going to do it for us, folks. We will see you here tomorrow. I'm Grant Stinchfield. Thanks for watching. Stinchfield's Army Rolls. Again, we'll see you tomorrow night.
If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
Hi, live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night, May 21st, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Glad you're in. Slickster. Right. Looking good. Blue bonnet, baby. Man, Slickster's going to do some sports. Rick Delgado's got main headlines, and that's it. Vinnie Mac blowing us off again tonight.
Well, you know what? I saw his text, and he says he's having problems. I guess he's walking with a limp back from New Hampshire.
Okay. Well, whatever.
New Hampshire or Vermont? What did Biden say years ago? I'm in New Hampshire, and he was in Vermont or something.
Yeah. Slickster, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
How was your day?
It was good. Busy.
Where did you go dressed like that?
Actually, I had to stop at an event in the area because a friend of mine, they were just doing like this party planning thing, and it was fantastic because I ran into the DJ. He recognized me from a show we were at about 2 months ago.
Of course he did.
He started playing Prince, and then he looked at me. He went crazy. He comes over. He's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my man."
They know who you are.
Yeah,
okay. Did you dance at the event?
No, I did not.
You didn't do a spin?
I did not. I'm saving my legs.
What? You didn't give him a woo-woo?
No, I didn't do
nothing.
Woo! I didn't do any of that. No, I'm saving my legs for
for what?
For Minneapolis.
Oh,
yeah, that's it.
Should have a camera crew probably go with you to Minneapolis, but
yeah, well, they're busy right now. They're taking care of the Leering centers. We heard about that today.
Rick Delgado, how are you?
I am well, Damon.
How was your basketball game last night?
Basketball game went well. Boys played well. They won. They almost did a Cavaliers. Were blowing a big lead with 2 minutes to go.
Oh,
but they pulled it out. They held them off. And then today was Bachelor Day. You know, Bachelor Day. You know, Damon.
What's that mean?
Here's what I'll tell you.
We wouldn't know.
You guys wouldn't know because you're both
not bachelors.
You're not bachelors.
No.
But I had to do my own laundry again. So this is
good for the rest of the year.
Very freshly cleaned Thursday night shirt.
Is that a bachelor's load?
Yes. And in my bachelor travels, I got myself a little dinner, and I picked up this thing that I heard was good. It's called Poppy.
They just sold that company.
Did they?
The two founders, husband and wife, just sold Poppy, I think, to Coca-Cola or somebody for about $3 billion.
Oh, my goodness.
They were a Shark Tank company.
I'm going to give it a shot because I'm a bachelor, and that's what we do. We try new things.
So you can drink a little pink...
$3 billion?
Pink drink.
It's called prebiotic soda.
$3 billion they sold it for, I believe.
Who was the lucky shark that went with them, or they didn't?
I
wonder who that was.
I don't remember if they did get a deal, Slick. That's a good question.
Wow.
But it's a girl, husband and wife, and they just sold Poppy to, I think, it was definitely, obviously, one of the big drinks. I think it was Coca-Cola or something.
Coca, Pepsi.
PepsiCo. Maybe it was PepsiCo for, I think, $3 billion.
They should get their money back. This is horrible.
God bless America.
They should get their money back. It's horrible?
That's horrible.
Oh.
I'll never drink that again. That was a waste of $3.
Man, the market's going to drop it. Your non-endorsement.
What flavor is it?
That's it's called Doc Pop.
That one's bad.
Guess, for you, out of this world?
Yeah.
Doc Pop.
You have to try the Shirley Temple one.
Shirley Temple is the right
Shirley
one to try.
Temple's the right one?
Yeah, Shirley Temple or the fruit punch one or grape.
Oh, Aaron's
That's my top three.
I heard this other thing. Bloom is supposed to be really good. I want to try those.
I like the Bloom energy drinks. Those are really good. They have a Shirley Temple one. That's my fave.
Wow.
All right. This
The more you know.
caffeinated beverage hour brought to you by. All right, well, let us know, Delgado. That one you don't like, so.
This stinks.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, lots to do. Sports, news. Like I said, Vinnie Mac's off tonight. Harry on the highways in the building. I don't know what he's doing out there. He's doing something, making a lot of noise. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Let's start tonight as we do most off nights, or actually most nights, with tonight's first word. And just another day, another night that I have to ask you if you can believe the sheer unadulterated panic that you see from what Rush called the drive-by media. The Democratic Party and every never-Trumper still clinging to their tattered little reputations this week. Well, if you haven't noticed, they're all having full-blown meltdowns over President Trump's new Anti-Weaponization Fund. That's $1.76 billion to help Americans who were crushed under the boot of government lawfare. And what are they calling it? An illegal slush fund, a constitutional crisis, the end of democracy as we know it. Dictator Trump strikes again. Well, let me tell you something, my friends, and you know that we're right about this. This fund is not only seemingly perfectly legal, it is long overdue, morally right, and absolutely necessary after the 4 years of Soviet-style weaponization we just lived through under Joe Biden and his deep state puppeteers. This isn't some wild-eyed executive power grab cooked up overnight. No. This money is coming directly out of the Judgment Fund, that permanent, indefinite account Congress itself created decades ago precisely for settling lawsuits against the United States government. Presidents from both parties have used it. Obama used it to pay off his favorite grievance groups and special interests. But suddenly, when Donald Trump settles a legitimate $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS for illegally leaking his tax returns and says, you know what, instead of writing me a check, let's use this to compensate the victims of Biden's two-tiered system of justice, now it's the greatest scandal, of course, since Watergate. And while these hypocrites are clutching their pearls and screaming about the appropriations clause, let's talk about Congress's own little dirty secret, shall we? And of course, we know this here. But for years, these same self-righteous members of Congress had their own very own taxpayer-funded slush fund, quietly administered through the Office of Congressional Workplace Rights to secretly settle claims of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and all kinds of deviant predatory behavior by lawmakers and by their staff. We're talking $17 to $18 million of your money, hush money, paid out since 1997 with non-disclosure agreements and zero transparency to protect powerful politicians from the consequences of their own sleazy misconduct. They didn't call emergency sessions. Oh, no. They didn't hold press conferences about the Constitution. No. They just wrote the checks and told the victims, hey, keep quiet. But when Trump uses the Judgment Fund to help parents labeled domestic terrorists for showing up at school board meetings, doctors who lost their licenses for telling the truth about COVID, pro-lifers targeted by the FBI, conservative journalists, and January 6 defendants who were railroaded in show trials, now that is an outrage. Folks, after what the Biden administration did, the Russia hoax, that was a lie from the very first day, 2 phony impeachments, the Gestapo-style raid on Mar-a-Lago, the lawfare indictments timed like clockwork to interfere in the election, the targeting of Catholic traditionalists, the weaponization of the IRS against conservative groups, the censorship of Americans through big tech, this fund is not radical. It is remedial justice, quite frankly. It is the government finally admitting, yes, we abused our power against half the country. The Trump team didn't have to do this. They could have easily taken the easy route and just pocketed a settlement. Instead, President Trump said, we're going to make as many victims whole as possible. Now, that's leadership, if you ask me. That's accountability. That's what real restitution looks like after the most corrupt, politicized Department of Justice in American history. So if Tom Tillis, Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff, they're all one and the same, and the rest of the fake news industrial complex want to cry dictator, I've got one question for all of them. Again, where was your sacred concern for the appropriations clause when Congress was using secret funds to cover up sexual deviance? Where was your outrage when Obama was handing out hundreds of millions through the same exact judgment fund? Your hypocrisy is showing, boys, and the American people see it. This anti-weaponization fund is exactly what the country needs right now. It's using the very tools Congress left on the books to push back against tyranny. And you know what? The talented, hardworking, God-fearing patriots of this country, well, they get it. They understand it. And come November of 2026 and 2028, the Democrats and their media enablers are going to get it too. Let's hope big league. Right at the ballot box, because this, my friends, is what fighting back looks like. And at least for now, it feels pretty good, doesn't it? And that's tonight's first word. All right, 9 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night. People all up in arms about this.
Yeah. You know who the people that are most up in arms about this, Damon, are the rhinos from John Thune's party. Yeah. He's very upset about this. Him and his friends are very upset about this. They're trying to use this to shut down the president every chance they get. I think they put themselves on vacation now for a little while longer.
Yeah, I have that story.
Home.
Yep.
So they sent everybody home. Why is he so upset? Oh, because of what you just said. You pointed out the discrepancy in, let's use a slush fund to actually give it back to the American people who got victimized by their own government, as opposed to the dirtbags who are committing criminal activity at work in the government. Let's let them use a slush fund and pay off their victims so they can keep their jobs and the victims can get paid off and have to keep their mouths shut. That's why they're so upset on both sides of the aisle, because this is a direct punch into their face. And the fact that they're trying to get out there and be like, this has never been done before, unless, of course, you're a sitting member of Congress, you guys do it all the time. I love this, and I hope that more people point it out like you just did.
Yeah. Paul Figley, he's a former longtime DOJ official, because, you know, most of what you hear when people talk about this right away is it legal? This is not legal. This is not legal. Well, Paul Figley, a former longtime DOJ official at the Civil Division and emeritus professor of legal rhetoric at American University Washington College of Law, has been one of the prominent experts who has publicly stated that the Anti-Weaponization Fund appears very legal. He has written extensively on this judgment fund, the source of the $1.776 billion, including academic articles and congressional testimony warning about its vulnerability to executive misuse for years, long before the Trump case. In recent interviews and analyses in the New York Times, CBS, The Conversation, he notes that the Trump DOJ's use of the judgment fund for this settlement-based program fits within the broad, loosely controlled authority Congress granted the executive branch. Congress has repeatedly failed to tighten restrictions despite some warnings. Figley described it as, quote, now this is a guy who describes it as bad policy. He's not even a fan of it. And not what Congress intended. He says it creates what functions like a new compensation program without explicit appropriations or any guardrails. However, he views it as technically enabled by existing law and precedents like Obama-era settlements. He predicts future administrations of either party will probably still exploit the same loophole until Congress acts to reform the judgment fund. So, again, this is a guy who's not even a huge fan of it, but he's been the biggest proponent so far of the fact that, yes, it is legal. Now, it may not be set up the way he would want, and Congress may have some work to do. And you know what? If people want to say, well, Trump's taking advantage, well, go, okay, so what? It's there in front of him.
Yeah.
So if he's using it and it's legal, then he's using it. And so be it. That's the way it just goes. Suck on that. All right, live from Studio 6B, you losers. 13 past the hour, Tom Tillis. Just getting started on a Thursday night. We're back after this.
Oh, Bill Moore with another super chat in the YouTube's Big D.
Bill Moore.
Bill Moore coming in hot from, where's he live? Of course, I'm kidding. I know. Thank you, Aaron. Staying on top of things. $20. Okay, chat family, we need prayers for Mr. V's wife. Oh, we know Mr. V in the chat. Julie, who is in ICU on a respirator. Her lungs shut down. Please pray for her daily. They have had a rough month. God bless you, Daniel and Julie. Oh, Mr. V, sorry about that.
That's
Mr. V is a
horrible.
regular in the YouTube chat, too. Oh, thank you for that, Bill Moore. We appreciate you letting us know. Appreciate that and appreciate your contribution. Wow. We're going to have to, when Bill Moore comes up, we're going to have to take him out for drinks, man. If he comes up when we back to the warehouse, we got to take him out. These are good people. He brought you those apple uglies, too, last time, right?
That's right.
How could you forget?
Man, that's a good patriot right there. Thank you, Bill Moore. Who else we got in there? Nina Treywick. Woody's girl says I look like a blueberry. Thank you, Woody's girl. I used to like her. Kevin Mott. Who else we got? Les Durham. Oh, we love Les Durham, of course. Truth prevails. Indeed. David Wiley Wiles. I love David. He's recovering now. Hopefully he's doing well. A Turbo 231 girl. Oh, Turbo. What's going on? Oh, Knicks are up 5-3 here.
Is it over yet?
I mean, I can tell you, it could be 30 points. I wouldn't say it's over.
Has Turbo picked out what she's going to buy from My Pillow yet?
You hear that, Turbo girl? 231 or 321 or pretty much done?
Hope you picked out some nice stuff.
Man, oh, man, look at this. Oh, boy, Jalen Brunson's already throwing balls up, and they're just falling in there for this boy. He's unbelievable.
Rubber Duck, John D, 6307, Johnny T, Red Dog, Chris Doc's Gal, Ordinary Passenger, talking about the Rumble Rant.
Let's get ready to rumble. 12 rounds of boxing.
Yeah, Dunlap at McGroin is in there. Robin MTN.
Come on,
Billy
Josh Hart.
Don.
You got to make an open shot. I mean, come on.
Coral Reef. Bunch of our Rumble Rants. Somebody here said, Slick, you look like you could be on the tag of a pair of Fruit of the Loom underwear.
These people got about as much taste as I couldn't even tell you.
That's okay, because I'm the one that said that.
Oh, you set me up now.
Yes, I did. Hottie, 3G.
We're just kidding. We love everybody. Trust me.
RD Bull. Great Googly Moogly.
All right, 17 past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Thursday, May 21st in New York. Man, it was freezing again today.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable, the weather here. It's like...
I know.
I had the air conditioning on, then I had the heat. At one point today in my house, we had the heat on downstairs and the air conditioning on upstairs.
Man.
Figure that out. It's freezing downstairs, and it was 73 upstairs. So my kids had the air on. I was like, well, we got to decide what are we doing here?
I think Damon's having hot flashes.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
We just turned everything off. Want to say hello to everyone?
Here comes menopause.
Oh, it's funny, Aaron? Oh, Aaron's laughing too in there.
Aaron's 26 years old. She's going to laugh at anything that's old.
I'm laughing at Fran. Fran said something.
I am always hysterical. She's going to be laughing about that joke for the next 30 years.
Okay. Want to say hello to all of our friends in the chat? X, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, Getter, wherever you're watching. We always appreciate you giving us a few hours of your weekdays, 8 to 10. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, comment, get engaged in the social media. We always appreciate it. At LFS6B and, of course, at Real AM Voice, Real America's Voice. Man, some sad news in sports today. Just
goodness.
a story that just takes your breath away. I just couldn't believe it when I saw it. I'll let Slick tell you what it is. Sports is brought to you by our friend Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. Slickster, what's going on?
Yeah, this broke about a little over 2 hours ago. I know Rick hadn't even heard about it. But, NASCAR icon Kyle Busch dies at the age of 41.
It's got to be sepsis or something. We're going to find out that something like this happened. Like it's got to be something like that. Just lost control of something.
Unless I missed it in the last hour, I haven't seen anything confirmed. But I did hear something along the lines that he may have had a severe bout of pneumonia that they just couldn't clear the lungs and he couldn't overcome. But they, obviously you'll finally find out. But NASCAR icon Kyle Busch, a two-time Cup Series champion who won more races across the sport's 3 national series than any other driver in history. I mean, this was a big deal, this guy. has died at the age of 41, the racing series announced Thursday. The Busch family, Richard Childress Racing, and NASCAR issued a joint statement Thursday saying that Busch died after being hospitalized early in the day as the result of a severe illness. 3 days before he was to compete at the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, no cause of death was given. In fact, I had a story that I had sent to, over to Erin around 5 o'clock that was just talking about him missing the race, which was a big news in itself. And then I look down at my phone, I see a notification about not even a half an hour later, the man passed away. On behalf of the Busch family, everyone at Richard Childress Racing, and all NASCAR, we are devastated to announce the sudden and tragic passing of Kyle Busch. NASCAR said in a statement, our entire NASCAR family is heartbroken by the loss of Kyle Busch, a future Hall of Famer. Kyle was a rare talent, one who comes along once in a generation. He was fierce, he was passionate, he was immensely skilled, and he cared deeply about the sport and fans. Busch, the younger brother of NASCAR Hall of Famer Kurt Busch, is survived by his wife Samantha and children Brexton and Lennox. The news comes 11 days after Kyle Busch radioed into his crew near the end of a Cup Series race at Watkins Glen, asking a doctor to give him a shot after he finished the race. According to the TV broadcast, Busch had been struggling with a sinus cold that was exacerbated by the intense G-forces and elevated changes at the New York road course. Busch finished the race in 8th place, which is also unusual for him. Busch competed at Dover last weekend and won the Truck Series race for Richard Childress Racing. He finished 17th at the NASCAR All-Star race. Absolutely cannot comprehend this news. NASCAR driver and former teammate, the great Denny Hamlin, posted on social media, we just need to think of his family during this time. We love you, KB. Just absolutely devastating. Guy was in the prime of his life. 41 years old is a tremendously young man. Okay, and to see something like that happen. But like you said, Big D, I'm sure we'll find out more news and we'll get a little bit more reports on that. But incredible, right? Just stunning. I mean,
absolutely. Like I said, it takes your breath away when I saw it. Couldn't believe it.
Took my breath away.
I had to look at it. It's one of those things you look at not only twice, but you actually stare at it as you're reading it and go, wait, what am I reading here?
Yep.
Just crazy.
And a big game in Madison Square Garden tonight, Game 2. Cleveland Cavaliers trying to come back from, talk about a devastating loss. I mean, that was just unbelievable, the collapse, that 22-point collapse they had on Tuesday night. They're trying to even this series at 1, and it's a best of 7. Right now, Cleveland is up 15-11, but man, I tell you, no lead is safe against the Knicks, that's for sure. With about a little over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. As soon as Brunson heats up, that Garden, the roof will start lifting up and down, and boy, they're going to be a tough team to beat the Knicks. They look really good. In fact, they just scored again, 15-13, so up 17-13. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an update. And sources, Thunder's Williams, day-to-day with hamstring injury. Talking about evening up a series. OKC came back with a nice win. Very close down to the end, and they pulled away in the last, 2 minutes. But Oklahoma City star wing, Jalen Williams, big player for them, will be evaluated day-to-day with a game-time decision on his left hamstring, sources told ESPN's Shams Charania on Thursday. Williams will undergo treatment and return based on how he feels recovering from the second injury to the same hamstring in under 1 month. Kind of like what happened with OG there on the Knicks, similar situation. But he got a nice 11 days rest or 10 days, whatever, many days rest, and seems to have done him well because his wheels were moving the other night as well. So anyway, Big D, that's a wrap in sports. I'll get you to the hockey as well. Carolina tonight hosting the Montreal Canadiens in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll have an update. Last I checked, there was no score.
Okay, very good. All right, Slick, sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is a promo code to use. So I can't believe I'm doing this, but I have some big news for you, Delgado.
Oh, my goodness. Me?
Today, we have the best evidence that aliens might actually be here.
All right.
Better than anything you've provided.
Oh, concrete.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we've got Slick, so that should be enough evidence. But
that's true.
I got a passport.
I think I have even better evidence than Slick. Slick is well put together.
Thank you.
This is what happened on Fox News a couple hours ago. This was their guest.
Holding all hostage, the more everybody comes to realize this is all
Put it
about
full
the
screen, Aaron.
IRGC. At the end
Take a look at the bottom of his neck.
With his neck.
Government in Iran that not only hands over the nuclear material,
he's wearing a mask.
That is exactly right.
Oh.
And this has gone wildly viral on, and everybody's gone back to the actual Fox News feed and pulled it, and this is actually what aired.
That's a good mask, too.
And
well, the masks these days are insane from what I hear.
This is a former vice admiral, by the way, if you see there in the Robert Hayward
Really?
Or maybe it's not.
Or maybe it's not. This
Maybe
is
it's
my
Robert
point.
Wayward.
We may actually have the clearest evidence yet that Delgado has been looking for. At least, of course, we found it. He didn't.
No.
I would have found it eventually.
What do you
Not
think
today.
about this?
I think, you know what? It goes back to a bunch of clips I've seen online. I think I've seen some of these guys talking to Joe Rogan about the technology behind the masks that they use these days, that the CIA developed with help from Hollywood, where you could be talking to someone face as close as, nose to nose, and you would not realize that that person has a mask on. It is so good. The technology has gotten so good. You see it with Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible movies. But, let's face it, that's called predictive programming. They get us ready for stuff like this. So when it actually comes out that, we do have masks like this. We do have things that can do. We do have planes and technology that can do certain things. You're not that blown away by it, and people don't freak out as much, because they saw it in movies.
But here's a regular picture of this guy. Like here's a picture of this guy from previous. I mean, it looks pretty. I mean, it's not like he's trying to hide who he is or what he looks like.
That's not the other guy.
That's not the guy.
Well, what do you mean that's not the other guy?
I don't think so. No. Look at the shape of the face.
Look at everything.
It looks different.
It looks like him, but it's not him. This is you know what they had this rumor about Joe Biden too.
That's him. What do you mean
rumor?
They
that
had
was
this
true
rumor about Joe Biden
with the earlobes.
There is a video where you see the back of his neck bunched up like it's rubber, and it's a very odd piece of video that nobody can seem to explain.
I mean, just put up my feed for a second, Aaron, just one more time. Like every post is this guy. It's legitimate people on our side going, conspiracy theorists are on a generational run right now.
Exactly.
What the hell is going on?
Wow.
Is there a legitimate reason why this guy would have worn a mask? This obviously not done upright, however it's supposed to be. That's so clear.
Unless it's not him.
Unless we're all getting taken here and this is all fake. But
could be.
Every one of the people who posted this said they went back to the original footage of what aired, and that is it. No one has messed around with this. So Delgado, a sliver of hope.
It's really me.
Vice Admiral Robert Harward.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Robert Wayward.
I'll put it up.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is exploded on social media. Like, that's so obvious, it almost makes me think I'm getting taken here for a fool.
What network was he on?
Fox.
Oh, I didn't know that. I missed that.
Yeah.
Wow. Sure was Fox, not Faux. F-A-U-X. That's crazy.
What's his name? Vice Admiral what?
Vice Admiral Robert Harward. Harward, retired.
Wow.
Like everybody, it's like, someone please explain this to me. What is going on? What is going on?
That is insanity.
The Centurion Matrix is breaking in real time.
Even his neck doesn't look real. Like if you go back to that other picture, it was a little more tan. I think he was a little more tan. It's a little. This is totally a mask. That's not him. It can't be him.
Big D, why are people in the chat saying Vinny is leaving? Hope it's a rumor. What does that mean? Hope leaving the show?
Or leaving New Hampshire?
Oh, I don't know.
Be news to me.
Is he leaving the show?
Wow. Has he made an announcement? That we don't check his Facebook.
I mean, it's fine.
He's left before.
If he does, it's fine.
He's
Right,
left
I'm used to it.
He comes back.
Yeah. He finds his way back.
Sometimes it's a few years.
He limps his way back. Hey, Damon, if you go to look up this guy on 60 Minutes from about a month ago, look at him there and then look at him on Fox. You're not going to tell me that's not a mask. That is not the same guy.
The host was Dana Perino, so I think that's the.
It's not the 5. It's during the day. It's the news with Bill Hemmer.
Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, everything is like the vertical.
This is crazy.
That is nuts.
Looks fishy. I mean, it's so obvious. That's why I was like, is this real?
Wow.
Like, this is great. A guy on Fox News wearing a mask. Everything is fake.
Everything is fake. We've been told everything.
We're on the radio tonight too, right? LA News Radio.
Yeah.
103.9.
Again, there's a video of this guy doing an interview on 60 Minutes from about a month ago. And if you pull that up and compare.
What? All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B. So the internet is exploding with this guy I just showed you in the last segment.
Sure, of course.
Now, Erin she claims she has. So you have an inside source, you're saying, right, Erin?
Correct.
Oh,
Okay, we will not name your source.
No.
We'll keep your source a source.
Yes.
Right. But your source says what now?
My source thinks that it could have been something with the lighting because they've met this person before and spoken to him in person, so they know that they're real.
That's
Good.
great.
And that's,
He is a real
that's
person.
his real face.
Tell
He
your
is a real
source.
person on 60 Minutes. If you look at that 60 Minutes footage, you'll see, and you compare that neck to the neck you see on Fox. That's not normal. That's not a shadow.
Yeah. What do we think that is?
Okay, now look. Here's another angle of him
takeover?
on the on the show that we didn't see before. Like,
Could
look
be
at
a
this.
takeover.
It doesn't look the same. Oh no, sorry. That's Debbie. That's Debbie. I just
Oh, my
got out of the
goodness.
pool. Wasserman Schultz. That's not
No
it.
wonder she put a mask on.
But I think your source has got to get off to stop hitting the sauce, Aaron. What are they
No,
talking
my source
about?
isn't hitting the sauce.
I mean, that's crazy. It's a shadow.
Yes. Fran said the same thing. That was the first thing Fran said when we put it up on the screen.
Yeah,
It
because
looks like
that's what the
underlight
mainstream
shadow
media
from
tells
his
you.
shirt
It's a shadow.
collar.
Oh.
The stupid underlighting they do to hide all the shadow under your chin. It's causing a shadow from the multiple collars he's wearing,
That doesn't make sense.
which is why it doesn't follow the movement
because
correctly.
it goes thick in one spot and then it goes thin across the
But
rest.
there's also a gradation that doesn't make sense if it's supposed to be a mask.
Take a look at
That footage is from Stelman's TV screen, so the contrast is enhanced. It doesn't look that dark on the actual Fox broadcast.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Okay. So Fran's saying no mask. We're getting optical illusioned here.
Right, sure. That's what
People see what they want to see.
and then take a look at this.
I didn't want to see a mask, Fran. I'm the least conspiratorial person ever born in the history of the world.
This is
That's true.
Delgado's the most, so we offset each
That
other.
is
But-
true.
Do a quick X
It is true.
search.
Two
Do
different
a quick-
hemispheres.
Do a quick X search of Biden mask neck. Those three words. You will see the back
Biden?
of his neck.
Yeah. Don't forget the
That
earlobes.
looks like latex when he pulls at it, and it just gathers up and stays there. It's the oddest thing you've ever seen in your life.
All right, I think I'm now with Fran the more I look at it. I think we're optical.
Well, because you were told that that's
Optical
what
delusion.
you're supposed to believe, and that's what that's what.
No,
you
just look at it.
I still got it with the eye doctor.
I mean,
Optical
obviously
delusion.
it looks fishy, and my source did say that it looks fishy, but they know this person.
Your source. Her source is like that looks fishy. That's a quote from my source.
All right, let's see what let's go to the ultimate source.
Legitimately.
All right. Patrick Ahern says, why does Fran always have to be the voice of reason?
Right. Fran,
that's how
he
things
kills
work around
everything.
here.
Look,
He kills everything with
You
the
know,
facts.
Somebody did. Jack Unheard put a picture of both picture of him.
Who's this?
Jack Unheard on X.
okay.
He put a picture of this admiral. Two different pictures of him. He says, "You draw your own conclusion. Take a look, and you will see it's a little different. It's a little different."
All right,
Skin tone
R.D.
is
Bull
different.
brings up a good point. I'm going to go with this, Fran. You're right.
I think you're right.
R.D. Bull says, so the chins we see on Damon are all shadows. That's it.
Right.
Mark it down.
Right.
Mark it down.
There you go.
Jennifer Perryman says, sorry, Fran, I think that's a poor explanation, okay?
Oh,
Red Dog 65 says, "Dang it, Damon, give us a heads up next time you show Debbie." That's a well,
people just ate dinner probably too.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Let's see. Jolene Moore says, "Really not buying it." Well, I don't know. I think I think most people do not.
I feel like it's split down the middle.
I think they're neck and neck, Aaron. Yeah.
I think the audience is.
I think you're right.
I think the audience is neck and neck here on this one. So, okay, very good. It's neck and neck. We'll leave it at that. So, I don't know. That was a weird moment there. So, all right. 34 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some headline news. Should we do it here?
What are you doing?
Trump addresses the Cuba situation. I don't know if you guys saw the president. He addressed the entire Cuba situation. Delgado, did you see this?
Yes.
All right. You did?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, pay attention because this is the A-plus version that you want to watch. That is the basis of tonight's Baby News Network update. Roll it, Aaron.
Buenas noches, Cuba. That's right. It's me, your favorite president, or as you guys say it, Presidente Trump.
Turn it up, friend.
Beautiful name. Sounds very powerful in Spanish. Like a telenovela villain, but with better real estate. Actually, you know what? I like you guys already. You can call me El Trumpo. Very casual. Very cool. That's a privilege, by the way. I don't let everybody do that. I let like 3 countries use nicknames, and 2 of them lost the privilege. You know who you are. Now, I just got off the phone with, actually, I didn't call anybody in Cuba because nobody in Cuba has a working phone. Very sad situation. The whole thing's a disaster. No oil, no power, no Wi-Fi. 11 million people just sitting in the dark. That's not a country. That's a haunted house with palm trees. You're living in an escape room, except nobody can escape because the boats don't work either. And I said to my people, what's going on with Cuba? They said, sir, they've been communists for like 60 years. 60 years. That's longer than all 3 of my marriages combined. And at least my marriages produced results. Beautiful children, tremendous genes. Meanwhile, Cuba's been married to communism for 6 decades, and all they got was a 57 Chevy that runs on prayer and a ration book that says good luck on every page. They call it a revolution, but I call it a going out of business sale that's lasted since 1959. Nobody's buying what they're selling, literally, because there's nothing on the shelves. You walk into a store in Havana, you know what they have? 2 cans of something. Nobody knows what's in the cans. Could be beans, could be some guava paste, could be another smaller can, quite frankly. I mean, it's like a nesting doll of disappointment. Now the leadership, the Castro guys. One's dead, the other one's basically dead. And whoever's in charge now, nobody even knows his name. I said to my people, get me the leader of Cuba on the line. And they said, sir, we Googled it, and even Google didn't know. Can you believe it? They know everything. They know what I had for breakfast, and they don't know who's running Cuba. When nobody even bothers to learn your name, that's not a government. That's a group project where one guy disappeared and everyone just kept going. And by the way, I have Marco Polo. No, I'm just kidding. But I have Marco Rubio, my Secretary of State. Cuban guy. I know Marco very well, actually. Great guy, very loyal, little short, but great guy. And I said, Marco, you're Cuban, right? He said, yes, sir, my parents. I said, perfect. You're leading the operation. This is your homecoming, Marco. Very emotional. Beautiful moment. He got a little teary-eyed, I think. Hard to tell. He's very stoic, very serious face. But inside, he's doing the salsa. I guarantee it. So we're going in, folks. We've got a Cuban in charge of the Cuba thing. That's called synergy. Very smart. Nobody thinks of this stuff but me, folks. Believe me. And don't even get me started on what they're drinking down there. They have this off-brand cola. I'm not going to say the name because it doesn't deserve the publicity, but apparently it tastes like somebody described Diet Coke to a guy who's never had Diet Coke. And that guy described it to another guy. And that guy made it in a bathtub. 3 generations removed from greatness. Unbelievable. It's the communism of beverages. So here's my plan, the best plan. Step 1, Marco goes in. Very quick. He speaks the language. He knows the vibe. probably takes a lunch break. Actually, probably not, but step 2, Trump Tower, Havana, gorgeous building, right on the water. Tallest thing on the island. You'll see it from Miami, probably. Step 3, we get them Wi-Fi so they can finally Google who's been running their country. Very important. And step 4, we rename it. I'm thinking South Florida, too. Or maybe Trumpa, like Tampa, but better. We're in negotiations, so we'll see. The good news is the Cuban people already love America. Half of them are already in Miami. They know how to order at Publix. They know how to complain about traffic on the Palmetto. They're ready. Now all we have to do is bring Miami to them. It's called reverse migration. Nobody's ever thought of it. I thought of it just now, actually. That's how fast my brain works. Bigger, better, stronger than ever before. And to the people of Cuba sitting in the dark right now, literally, El Trumpo is coming, Marco's coming, we're all coming, quite frankly. Biggest fiesta this hemisphere has ever seen. Mojitos, music, barbecue, and fireworks. Actually, Marco's going to do the salsa. He doesn't know that yet, but I already told the DJ. Okay, Dios bendiga a Cuba. God bless America, and God bless you.
Oh, that's a classic. Classic.
Wow.
There you go.
That's good stuff.
It's like Trump, like
a haunted house with palm trees.
like Tampa, but better.
Palm tree.
I couldn't get over that one.
Oh, my God.
Hilarious.
That was great.
All right, now let's do some headline news.
Oh, man.
Good luck following that.
Yeah, good luck.
What's going on, Delgado?
Well, the biggest news, I guess, across politics is the Democrat release of the 2024 election autopsy, Damon.
What is this now?
The election autopsy for the Democrat Party for 2020. Why they basically got their asses kicked in 2024.
Oh, 2024.
Yeah. So it's a long-delayed report that the leader of the Democrats, this guy named Martin, called a punch to the gut because of the defeat in the 2024 race.
Ricky Martin?
No, Ken Martin is his name. He's publicly. Meanwhile, he's the one who had it put together. He hired the guy who put it together. Sure. It was one of his buddies, and now he's disowning his own party's 2024 election autopsy, calling it a product that doesn't meet his standards. Sure. Because it stinks, and that's the way Democrats usually do things.
I mean, it should have been one page.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be one page.
And they left out a lot of stuff. They didn't address a lot of the things. CNN actually tries to take a stab at describing what's in here. Here's cut number 1. Check this out. CNN's report on that campaign election autopsy, cut 1.
And the report that we have published on our website is with annotations from the DNC lawyers undercutting a lot of what is in the report. That said, it gets into things about spending decisions and organizing that was done by the DNC, ways to possibly improve it. But there are a lot of things in that version that are incomplete. And also, it does not touch a couple of topics that a lot of people were very interested in and thought were the reasons for this report not being out. There's nothing about Joe Biden and what happened in the debate. There's nothing about Kamala Harris getting the nomination without any kind of primary process. And also, there is nothing about the way that voters were responding to Gaza and how the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris policies and comments about it were hitting their minds.
Yeah, and they didn't ask anything about cultural issues like, men and women's bathrooms, the whole trans debate, all of that stuff they left out because, well, the truth that would actually hurt, and they don't want to know the truth. They just want to hope to push this to the side and hope nobody remembers how badly they did.
1 page, 3 words. Your candidate sucks. That's it. That's why you lost. End of report. That's it. All right, 42 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. More sports, more news coming up. We're back right after this.
Kevin Mott says, you all got to do Baby Aliens of Fox.
All right, let's put this up, Aaron. Side by side here. What do we all think?
What, he's got a goiter on top of his head? Oh, the goiter's missing. Look at this. Talk about a halo. Look at this.
Looks like he's got some weird filter.
Go full.
It's got a goiter.
What do you think about the marks? And then pretty clean on the other side.
Yeah, look at that. He looks buffed on the other
Makeup.
side. Yeah, but that's a lot of putty on that scar on his, up of his left eye.
What do you think, Delgado?
Oh, you tell me. Who looks authentic and who looks fake?
It's certainly the guy on our left. Yeah, wow.
The guy on the left that's what a normal human looks like. But if you got nothing to compare it to, then you just look at the other guy and he looks fine.
Wow. That is crazy.
Telling you, pull up that Joe Biden neck video, and you'll just be wondering, what am I looking at?
That looks. Okay, so on Fox News' website.
Oh.
Did they doctor it already?
No, it looks different than that.
Of course it does.
No, I mean, he looks real.
Now he looks real.
Well, I mean, he doesn't like in the picture on the right.
A takeover.
Damon, we sent you the link. You can pull it up.
To where?
The Fox News.
Mail or where'd you send it to?
Oh, email.
Okay.
And you can see you could see like the marks and whatever on his head. It looks really oversaturated in that other video. Right. I mean, I'm not saying his neck doesn't look weird in this because it still does, but the rest of him looks normal.
What is this, just a picture?
You have to hit play.
No, it's a video if you're in a real browser. Are you in Brave?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You got to use something that allows their tracking.
Yike. All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night. Glad you're in. Slick's going to do some more sports here coming up. Delgado's got headlines we're going to still get into. We've barely gotten into the headlines here.
No, I've got a lot of headlines, actually.
You have?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, he hit the headline Kyle Busch. You hit the headline of the fake guy on Fox. I mean, we're off and running.
Well, we're still trying to determine if the guy was fake. Man, we're
You just put a picture up, side by side of two pictures of the guy, and you got to admit something doesn't look right.
We're doing our research.
We're doing our research, exactly. So here we go.
Oh, we're on to something.
All right, so here's the actual footage. This is the real appearance. So
okay.
Do you want the sound on?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not necessary.
3 minutes in.
By the way, this is actually a good clip because Jack Keane is starting to get concerned about what we're doing in Iran, and he says the window here to stop playing games is quickly coming. But this is the video of
and there's the water too.
The Admiral. And I don't know. I think Fran might be right. Looking at it now again, it does look like that this just might be this shadow under here.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the only place.
Because he literally looked orange in the other clips. And you could see the little, like, marks that were on his head and his forehead. Way better there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think Fran,
The shape also does match the shape of his shirt collar that's sticking out in front of him.
Delgado's not going to make it there, but I think I'm with you, Fran. I think we all just got illusionally duped. now that I've looked at this, which I probably should have before I even brought this stupid story up. But
Delgado's upset.
It seemed like it fit Delgado so well.
You can believe it if you'd like. That's fine.
I haven't seen this much rubbernecking since the sinkhole on the expressway. Man, oh man.
All right, there we go. So, all right, let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. Slickster's got it. What's going on, Slick?
NHL Big D Eastern Conference Final. Boy, I'll tell you, Montreal Canadiens, like they were shot out of a cannon, up 4-1 with 4:55 to go in the first period. Pull the goalie. Unbelievable. Montreal and Hurricanes are big favorites, too, to win that. So good start for Montreal. See if they can hold on. Cavaliers and Knicks in a good one, tied at 31. Cavs got up to a lead there, a couple of points here and there. Knicks have come back to even it up, and 9:21 to go there in the second quarter. A lot of time in the Garden. Game 2 with the Knicks up 1-0. We got some Major League Baseball tonight. Braves over the Marlins 6-3, top of the 8th. Blue Jays edging the Yankees right now 1-0, top 6. Guardians earlier today defeated the Detroit Tigers 3-1 in Detroit. Pirates over the Cardinals 6-2 in St. Louis. Mets 2-1 over the Nats in D.C. And the Athletics take on the Angels, which you got a story about that. They may not be able to be called the Los Angeles Angels anymore because of a new law now. You hear about that? Crazy. That's a 9:38 first pitch. And the Rockies taking on the Diamondbacks at 9:40. Oh, we got a little golf today too, Big D. You got the CJ Cup, the Byron Nelson. And you had Taylor Moore shot a 9 under for the first round. Brooks Koepka come in second with Jesper Svensson. They both shot an 8 under. So we'll keep an eye on that. You know, whoever's winning on Thursday, I always tell you, come Sunday, those guys are not the guys that are winning. And boy, I don't know what this guy was doing, but the Eagles, Nolan Smith, remember him? Number 1 draft pick there. Arrested for speeding at 135 miles an hour. Warner Todd Houston and Breitbart. Police in Georgia have arrested Eagles player Nolan Smith and charged him with reckless driving at speeds of up to 135. The Twiggs County Sheriff's Department reported that officers clocked Smith at 135 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone on the interstate just before 11 p.m. before he was arrested on Friday, a couple of days ago, according to ESPN. Officials also noted that the 25-year-old NFL player made bond and was released a few hours after his arrest on May 6th. The defensive end was selected by the Philadelphia Eagles 30th overall in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft, and after he graduated from the University of Georgia. What's with those Georgia players? A lot of them have issues with driving cars fast and getting into accidents, but just crazy stuff. So, you know what? He probably thought he was under the radar, right? It happened last Friday. Here it is, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sure enough, somebody picked it up, but we shall see. And that's a wrap in sports. Big D, back to you.
All right, Slick, very good. Let's do some more headlines. Rick Delgado's got it. What's going on, Delgado?
All right, Damon. Well, changing things up just a little bit, as fraud is the the dish that is being served right now in Minnesota, as the DOJ is charging 15 in a shocking $90 million Minnesota fraud scheme. The Feeding Our Futures ringleader also has been sentenced to, I believe it's 41 and a half years in prison, and must repay $243 million in restitution. Her name is Amy Bach. I wonder if they'll cut a deal with her and say, hey, who got all this money? And we'll figure out who exactly they really should be, who else they should be going after. Right. Federal prosecutors allege defendants in a sweeping Minnesota Medicaid fraud scheme used taxpayer money intended for vulnerable adults and kids to buy luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and dozens of residential properties. The allegations outlined earlier today as part of the Justice Department's broader Minnesota Medicaid fraud takedown, which involved more than $90 million in alleged fraudster claims tied to multiple state-funded assistance programs. And it was like an all-star team that they had up at the podium to talk about this, one of which, who was there along with Dr. Oz and RFK Jr., was the assistant AG Colin McDonald. Here's what he had to say announcing the charges. Cut number 3, check this out. This is cut 3.
Today, we are announcing criminal charges against 15 defendants in Minnesota for fraud schemes that targeted over $90 million in taxpayer dollars. Let me be clear up front about something. This is not the end of our work in Minnesota. This is not the end of the beginning of our work in Minnesota. This is the beginning of our work in Minnesota. The fraud here in Minnesota is shocking. Our cases today involves 7 different state-managed Medicaid programs that have been systematically pilfered by fraudsters who treated Minnesota-run programs as their personal piggy bank. An autism program that cost the taxpayer $600,000 just 6 years ago skyrocketed to over $400 million. And to be sure, that number is not driven by supply and demand. It is not driven by health care or charity. It is fraud.
Yeah. Some of these programs are designed to help adults with disabilities and brain injuries to live independently in their own homes, while the people who are being charged, some of them, acquired up to 20 separate residences. They bought 20 houses, so hopefully it'll be easy to get those back. From the fraudsters. Here is RFK Jr. and what he had to say about the speed of which this is happening. Cut 4.
This is an extraordinary bust today because these kind of operations usually take many years, sometimes a decade. This was executed with a precision and speed that is unprecedented in the history of law enforcement. And it's unprecedented now, but under Vice President Vance's leadership and President Trump's direction, we are going to normalize this speed.
Yeah, and the last clip here, believe me when I say you can't make up this name, is from the FBI asking for help to catch this fugitive that is on the run from fraud. His name is FBI Deputy Co-Director Christopher Rea. Cut 5. Check this out.
On the screen, you will see a subject. Depicted on the screen here of an individual who was a target of the investigation this morning. That individual is currently on the run after having jumped out of a fourth-story balcony. I want you to get a good look at him right now. You'll see him. You'll see him running here.
He's got a run.
He is currently on the run.
I think that's Vin.
We need your help. If you recognize this individual, if you know this individual, if you can provide any information related to this individual, I would encourage you to call 1-800-CALL-FBI CALL-FBI, or go to the internet at www.tips.fbi.gov or call your local law enforcement.
After game.
He's at the All right, it's a wrap on hour 1. Hour 2 coming back live from Studio 6B right after this.
They don't have the horses.
Chat live in the chat.
Jared Allen. Brunson gets heat. Brunson is a really good third, fourth quarter shooter, boy. He's got ice in his veins, that kid. Look at him. Stare.
Oh, gets the tip. Rob.
Yeah. He's
can't hit a free throw, but he can do it.
The Knicks on second chances this year have been. Their boards are incredible. I saw in one of the Sixers games, they got like 6 rebounds.
Is that Thunder again?
Oh, could be. They played last night, though.
Whoa. Chat, where my people at?
This game is over. You're right. Look at it.
Brendan Knoll, good evening on X. Hello to all of our friends on Getter.
Hello.
Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching, Twitch, Kick. Real Bruce Lee, what's up? C. Jules, what's up? Racing Banshee, what's up? Johnny T12, Cats B, Connie Lou, Sergeant Arm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Martin, yes, absolutely. If we all chip in, could you get me to wear a mask? 100%. I went to WWE Monday Night Raw, sat in the first row, and wore a rock mask all night. one time.
Oh, you did it just this Monday. Last night.
I have the recording of it because obviously it's live.
Bring it in.
And I was on the camera side. You watched me all night long.
Oh, yeah?
It's on VHS tape. I don't know if I could find it now.
Did everybody smell what you were cooking?
Absolutely.
Nice.
So I'd wear a mask here for sure.
You know, we wouldn't be opposed to it.
Me opposed to it. I know. You got a face for radio.
That could be a good. What even is that?
Chat with my people.
Chat is rocking tonight. YouTube chat's moving quick. C. Nazi, thank you. Slick, you look marvelous. See, roll the blueberry jokes.
Marvelous, Slick.
Roll the blueberry jokes. Somebody loves me.
This Memorial Day weekend, it's more than an event. It's a celebration of the United States of America and the people who love her. Join Real America's Voice and Real America's Music for Celebrate Freedom, a one-of-a-kind live broadcast and concert experience at the iconic Marty B's in Dallas, Texas. From 4 to 9 p.m., patriots from across the country will come together for an unforgettable night, honoring faith, freedom, and the spirit that makes this nation strong. The entire event is live, kicking off with a powerful hour of worship, followed by a national broadcast hosted by Bo Davidson, featuring voices you trust like Ben Berkwam, and building into a full concert experience. With performances from artists Wynn Williams, Inside Out, and Ram artists Deep Hawk, Natasha Owens, Celeste Kellogg. Tickets are free, but you must register, and they will go fast. Scan the QR code now to lock in your spot before they're gone. Celebrate Freedom, presented by Patriot Mobile and Preborn. Let's celebrate America together.
Big D, Double Dizzle, and the 6B Brizzle, live on Real America's Voice Vizzle, baby.
All right, 9 o'clock. Was I on the screen doing that?
Yes, you were.
Oh, my schnizzle.
Who knew?
9 o'clock, hour 2, live from Studio 6B. Glad you're in on a Thursday night. Slick's here. He's going to do some more sports. Delgado's got some headlines. I got a couple things as well. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Vinnie Mac's off tonight. We talked about Spencer Pratt last night a bunch, and I saw a couple good things today. And just to kind of double down on that, he put another video out on his timeline today, him talking to the camera about the homelessness drug problem in L.A. It's about 9-10 minutes long, but it seems, I watched a little bit of it, it seems extremely, extremely good. And I saw a lot of, people out there saying, this guy could save Los Angeles. The only question is, will Los Angelinos allow him to do it? And then I saw in the Blaze today, Liz Wheeler, Spencer Pratt's anti-establishment strategy is a winning one. And to the point we made last night, Pratt is doing what few politicians ever have, giving frustrated Democrats permission to vote Republican. Reality TV star Spencer Pratt may be running one of the most unconventional political campaigns in recent memory. What Spencer Pratt is doing, though, I don't think I've ever seen done by another politician, Wheeler explained. He's removing the stigma of voting Republican for Democrats in L.A. who have been hurt by Democrat elected officials. This person's home was burned down, and this is what he wants to do so that that never happens again. This person sees the financial corruption that's happening in the city of Los Angeles at the hands of politicians and wants to give you that money. That's your money. Give it back to you. This is next level political strategy that we don't see in our country. His strategy is instinct that is not just a gut reaction. This is instinct that's based on a pre-existing thorough understanding of human nature, that you have to provide for people in order for them to change their minds, the ability to save face. Unlike most politicians, Pratt has also identified who the elites are and how he plans to stop them. She says he has identified the elites, Karen Bass, Neitha Rahman, Gavin Newsom, and he's identified the problem. And that is that you are suffering from that was caused by these elites. And he's saying he's not running away from the fact that he's wealthy, that he's famous. He's doing the same thing that Trump's done. He's giving people who aren't just natural Republicans permission to vote for him based on the fact that he's not necessarily associating himself with the Republican brand, she says. Spencer Pratt is not trying to appeal to Republicans in Los Angeles. Republicans are already going to vote for him. He's trying to appeal to Democrats and give them permission that they've never felt that they've had. And that's what we talked about last night. And again, a lot of people look at what he's doing and say, you know what? Right time, right mood, right place.
Yep.
And it's working. Here's a little bit of what he, pull this up, Aaron. Here's a little bit of what he put out tonight.
Population in LA are hardcore illicit drug users.
How many people are using illicit drugs in the homeless community? I would say it's incredibly high.
20%, 30%?
Of the overall problem?
Yeah.
Over 90%.
Cartels are operating in the open, forcing addicts to traffic drugs and murdering them when they don't meet their quota. Dogs are being killed by meth heads, and fentanyl addicts test their drugs on these innocent animals. None of my opponents are living in this reality, and all they want is more taxpayer-funded housing. You cannot fix a drug problem with more housing.
Spencer Pratt is exactly right. If I would have the easiest job in the world, if all I had to do to treat drug addiction was put people in four walls.
Right,
put them inside and they're cured. Oh my God, we're done here. That is an insanity. And finally, somebody has the huevos to say it out loud.
You cannot fix LA's drug problem with street medical teams jamming Narcan up their noses and simply propping them up to overdose again and again and again until these poor souls inevitably die in the streets. But it's even worse than that. Currently, Mayor Bass and Neitha Rahman are increasing the rampant drug use by using your tax dollars to hand out fentanyl needles, tourniquets, and crack pipes to addicts throughout the city.
Actually, the city paying.
So there's just a little bit of the action he's taking. I mean,
it's amazing.
His media team is A.
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah. And the fact that all his media team has to do is show you stuff like that. They're not there's no production value behind that. It's just let's show them what's actually happening.
Yeah, it's reality.
And if that doesn't hit you in the face and go, maybe these people have been lying to us. Then you haven't been paying attention. Do you want me to just, because I do have some more stuff on Spencer Pratt. Why don't I just jump to that?
Yeah.
Because again, you talk about this mayor's race that's picking up steam, and he's getting national recognition now because of it. This coming from the California Post, Spencer Pratt reveals shocking reason he abandoned the Democrat Party. I don't know if he mentioned this. I know this was part of an interview, but during an interview Thursday night with CNN, now he's on CNN. Before, they wouldn't talk to him. Now they're talking to him. He's running as an independent. Teased his response by asking, "You want to break some news here?" Basically, talking about how he had to walk away from the Democrat Party because of the only people that supported his concealed carry rights were Republicans. And when he became famous, all the security guys are telling him, look, you need to get a gun because there's a lot of crazy people out there, and he was facing a lot of hatred. So that was something that he revealed to the California Post. Here he is sitting down with CNN, and, CNN, they talked to Karen Bass yesterday, and here today they're talking to Spencer Pratt about the L.A. mayor's race. Cut number 12, check this out.
Who is your political role model?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I mean, that's what. Yeah,
he was a politician. He had to go in and.
Are there any modern politicians that you're especially studying or drawn to?
No, I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician. Yeah. I want to be a fighter for the people.
But you've mentioned though that
Obama. I'm most similar to Obama.
Okay.
And I know the View lady said I don't have a law degree, so I'm going to work on that online in the next before November. I probably can get one.
Yeah, because the ladies from The View were so influential when it comes to the
experts,
politics. Yeah, you need to take their advice.
Who I go to know where I'm coming up short.
Right, exactly.
Sure,
well, you know, you
not so sunny
up.
hosting. Okay,
Yeah.
exactly.
Here is cut number 3.
Joy Behar while she's shaving her back.
That's a picture I can't get out of my head.
Man, oh, man.
Here is Spencer Pratt talking about the experience he doesn't have while exposing Bass's own inexperience at being mayor. Cut 13.
You know, as mayor, you need a lot of advisors and help because it's a giant job in a giant city. And you don't have as much managerial experience of a city. And you said that you've talked with a lot of different potential advisors who are willing to come on board with you but don't want to say so publicly because of fears about their own safety. Is there anybody, though, that names that you can give us or the type of people that you're talking to get a better sense of what a Pratt administration would actually look like?
Well, first, let's rewind to what Mayor Bass's past experience running a city when she got elected.
Right.
All she ever did was name a post office. So this idea that she came from...
She had been the Speaker of the Assembly, she had run the Community Coalition, and she had been a Congress member and chair of the Congressional Black Caucus.
I wonder where this guy's coming from.
Connects to managing...
Right, she'd never run a city.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if we're doing like, who knows how to yell at the LADWP for having 2 reservoirs empty, I am going to be better at that than she clearly is. Yeah. But...
Yeah, and he goes on to mention, you know, because last week or 2 weeks ago, Harvey Levin at TMZ, they tried to do a hit piece on him, and he flipped the script on him pretty well. And now it seems like Harvey Levin is now kind of back in his corner into Spencer Pratt's corner. Cut 14. Here is Spencer talking about that and the people on his team. Check this out. Cut 14.
Everyone will know my team in 2 weeks when I become the mayor, and they won't have to fear retaliation. So, for instance, one of these people, I don't know if you saw Harvey Levin.
He said he talked to somebody, but he wouldn't say who it is. So for the rest of us,
what was his response about talking to that person?
He said that was an impressive person.
So
that's an impressive person. And if you don't remember, here is Harvey Levin from just the other day talking about this potential team player that could find himself with a job under a Spencer Pratt administration in the mayor's office in Los Angeles if he wins this race. Cut 15. Check this out from Harvey Levin.
I want to say something. So I was talking to Spencer a week and a half ago, and I told him, I said, look, one of my big issues with you is you have absolutely no administrative experience. There are 50,000 employees of the city of Los Angeles here, and there are 44 departments. And understanding how to run a massive organization is critical. Spencer said to me, I get it. And I don't have that experience, but I'm going to have really good, smart people underneath me. He mentioned 2 names, and I was asked not to mention who they were on the air or publicly. This person actually explained to me why this person's name shouldn't come out right now. The person is on board, and the person is committed to actually working with him. So I will say that Spencer was being absolutely honest about it, and it is a really solid person who knows this city. And, you know, I will just say that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian, clearly.
From Harvey Levin. I don't know why we're listening to Harvey Levin, but I guess when you're dealing with a reality TV show who looks like he could end up winning the mayor's race in L.A., and this guy knows everybody. And again, I point out about 2 weeks ago, TMZ tried to do a strategic hit piece on Spencer Pratt, and he flipped it right around on them, and it made them look foolish. So it looks like Harvey Levin could be, falling himself. He could be one of those ones that I'm not MAGA, but I'm going to vote for Spencer Pratt.
I mean, who could be in L.A. that name can't be mentioned now? What are they doing? I mean, who could it be? Who's a California politician who's done this before? Who might? Arnold?
I'll be back. I'll be back. We'll be back.
All right, 13 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. We're back right after this.
chat.
Aaron, can you give me sound on my...
I need a piece of straw.
Delgado rolls in an early coffee black as midnight cold. Got a stack of printed headlines and a fire down in his soul. He says, boys, don't trust the silence.
Vinny's playing piano at the Ghost Bar, the Ghetto Bar.
Past the tree line, and it's been there all the while. He's got papers on the desktop, push pins on the wall, a grainy little saucer photo taped up in the hall. When the red light hits the camera, Rick's ready with a grin.
Damon, and the winner is from Stars and Stripes? I don't know. Has there been a winner picked, Aaron? Do we know?
Delgado saw the lights over Tennessee.
Okay.
Said that ain't
We're going to find out.
airplane, don't you lie to me. Banjos ringing, fiddles crying, truth is on the run. He's chasing UFOs underneath the setting sun. Call him crazy, call him right, call him up at 3. He's doing news and chasing clues on Studio 6B.
Hopefully the secret person isn't Rick Caruso. There's a good point.
In the desert, something buried in the file, something flying over cornfields doing 90,000 miles. He don't care for easy answers. He don't take the party line. He'll connect
that wouldn't be
from Jersey to a bunker in 69.
Harvey Levin wouldn't be like.
Producers in the headset saying, Rick, we gotta
somebody,
move, but Rick found one more rabbit hole and
I feel like
settled in the groove. He said before
it would be somebody
break friends, there's something you should know. The moon looks mighty peaceful, but who built that thing below?
That's what.
Rick Delgado saw the lights over Tennessee.
I think the secret person is Ron Jeremy.
If he was still alive, sure.
Mandolins chopping bases, walking truth is hard to see. He's got a tenfold theory and a PhD, and maybe call him crazy, call him right, call him up at 3.
What'd you say, who?
News and chasing clues on Studio 6B. He ain't scared of little green men. He ain't scared of DC spin. He ain't scared of secret meetings where the cover-ups begin. Give him one loose thread to pull, he'll unravel half the town with a cowboy hat, a microphone, and the truth somewhere around.
Well, sound like the blues. Talk to you about our friends from Birch Gold. When there are supply constraints on commodities, prices surge. You saw it with fuel prices when the Strait of Hormuz was blockaded. You know what else is a limited commodity? Gold. They mine it out of the ground, and when it's gone, it's gone. Governments can't just print more of it, and that's why everyone from central banks to savvy savers are diversified with gold. If you've been thinking about it for years but still haven't moved some of your savings into physical gold, Birch Gold Group is the group that Real America Voice trusts to help you. Now through May 29th, Birch Gold is giving a first-time gold buyer a rebate of up to $10,000 on qualifying purchases. For details and a free information kit on diversifying into gold, text the word America to the number 989898. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Text America to the number 989898 to see if you qualify for a first-time gold buyer rebate of up to $10,000. Again, text America to 989898 and do it today. All right, 18 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some more news. Headline news. Rick Delgado's got it. What's going on, Delgado?
All right, Damon. Well, President Donald Trump is taking a big stand against the misgivings of the Biden administration as he reverses Biden-era refrigerant rules. This coming from the White House, delivering a win for American families and lowering the cost of living. They're calling it today as President Trump terminated the Biden administration's ridiculous regulations that imposed burdensome and costly requirements on refrigerators and air conditioners. Remember this when it came out a few years ago, and everybody's like, what the hell are they doing? Well, because they wanted to get rid of everything by 2030. Yeah. These regulations needlessly and substantially increase the price of transporting and storing refrigerated goods, driving up the price of food and other items that Americans buy every day. Well, the EPA finalized revisions to that 2023 technology transitions rule to extend compliance deadlines, blah, blah, blah. And here's the president talking about it. Here's cut number 6 as he proudly signs this new executive order. Cut 6. Check this out.
Today is my honor to be discussing the taking of a very historic action to substantially lower costs for consumers, protect hundreds of thousands of jobs, and save Americans well over $2 billion a year by officially terminating the Biden administration's ridiculous regulations imposing costly requirements on refrigerators and air conditioners. It's ridiculous, unnecessary, and costly, and actually makes the machinery worse.
Yeah, Lee Zeldin, the Secretary of Energy, was also on hand, saying that the actions today save Americans, like the president said, $2.4 billion. Basically critical relief from the crippling cost of the Biden administration that they impose on grocery stores, businesses, and ultimately American families as well. He also was, of course, in the White House, took some other questions, and of course it dove into some other things that were going on. Here is President Trump. He's being asked about the Iran war. Of course, it's going to come up every time he does end up in front of a microphone, because this one post here from Axios talking about a phone call between President Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, which says Bibi's hair was on fire. According to the source on the call, says that over the Iran ceasefire talks, Trump reportedly called Netanyahu to inform him that mediators were working on a letter of intent to end the war and launch a month-long periodization of negotiations, which would include matters such as the nuclear program and the opening of the Strait of Hormuz. Here is President Trump when he was asked about one of the conditions that Iran keeps asking about. Cut 7. Check this out.
Can they keep their highly enriched uranium?
No, we get the highly enriched. We will get it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We'll probably destroy it after we get it, but we're not going to let them have it.
Yeah, so there he is, pretty much a line, a hard line on any surface, including sand, with that they're not going to get their nuclear bomb, and they're not going to keep their nuclear dust as well. 2 Israeli sources stated that the 2 leaders were in clear disagreement, talking about Trump and Netanyahu, about how to deal with Iran moving forward. One U.S. source briefed on the call told Axios that Bibi's hair was on fire after the call. He's always concerned, and he's always trying to push for as much as he can get from President Trump. But I guess he didn't get the answers he was looking for today. So there you have it from the White House today with the president and a couple different things.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about the enriched uranium. I mean, it's just hard to imagine any scenario, and there's a lot of things floating out there. Oh, this is part of the deal, is leaving it. And there's just no scenario that happens. No. Trump, you know, in the end, I'll go back to what I said, even though there's some things that I do think we're in this circle, and I think they look for time, and time equals survival. I've said all that till I'm blue in the face. I do go back to what I kind of top level said, though. In the end, I think you have to trust Trump here, that he's not going to change who he is, and he's not going to change, and he's not going to give on red lines. He's not going to let red lines be crossed and then do nothing. And I agree with Delgado. He's trying everything he can to not kill people and take this thing further and really have to torch the whole place. Yeah. But he's not going to let them keep the enriched uranium. There's just no way.
Oh, there's no point in that.
Yeah. That is absolute victory on Iran's part if he was to do that. And that's just, because you see a lot of, this is supposedly the deal. Well, now this is supposedly the deal. This is supposedly the deal. And I think that's to General Keene's point today on Fox, getting seemingly has been obviously a big supporter of the president here and what he's done so far, saying, let's not get caught in this ever circle of promise, wait, okay, threaten, okay, day of, right before, okay, we're going to wait. I've been asked to hold off, negotiate, deal on the table, no deal on the table, threaten, okay, day before. We talked about it. So. Yeah. But that's not going to be. There's no way he's letting them keep it. I mean, come on.
Stupid.
So, all right.
That's all you got.
24 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. To that point, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but there is a good article today in the American Thinker. Gas prices need to drop this summer. And this is, again, to Vin's point and what you guys and kind of what everybody feels. By Robert Smith writes, for the Iran war to be a political plus for Republicans in the midterms, it needs to end soon enough so gas prices start dropping by the summer. President Trump knows this. After 11 years in national politics, if you aren't convinced that Trump is a master politician, nothing will convince you. And he says Trump swears that gas prices will drop like a rock when the war ends and the Strait of Hormuz is open fully. The catch is when. Perhaps it's an oversell for Trump to claim that prices will plummet, but they need only to start declining to boost voter confidence. So, and that's the essence of the article, that we've got to see some movement and leave yourself enough time for that to matter come whenever, Delgado doesn't think the midterms start to like Halloween, which is crazy to me. But
no, it starts in August. That's when everybody starts to care.
Okay, well, even if that's true, they have to start moving for when they start to care. So, it's hard to argue with that. All right, live from Studio 6B. Couple more to go on a Thursday night. We're back right after this.
Jets gonna jet, Aaron.
Aaron, throw up my screen for a second.
Let's talk about the Jets.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Slick, I want to. Aaron, throw my screen up, please.
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Aaron.
Aaron, please.
Aaron, please throw my screen up.
Breaking news.
I'm a little busy right now, actually.
I want to show Slick this very important update on the upcoming football season.
We can update him at
Slick,
10:01.
take a look at this. This is very important for you to see. Put a full screen, Aaron, please.
I don't know if I can do that.
No, full screen. Take us off. Slick.
My gosh.
What do you got?
This is the Jets season preview. I want you to take a look.
Lights out. It's a lights out season.
There you go. There you go.
What, a little
first time wasn't
Here we go. Kick off. Oh.
Typical Jet season, right?
Enough.
Starts out on a high note,
Know
and
how I
it
feel
just
about that?
it turns a little to the left, and then lights out.
Yeah.
Just between me, you, and a lamppost there, and I think that might be the season.
There you go.
Whatever. I'm surprised it took till 9 o'clock for someone to send that to me today.
You saw that today?
I saw it 4 times.
And why didn't you share it with us?
4 times too many.
Yeah,
Why would I share it
Why
with
didn't
you
you bring it
guys?
to the group chat?
Because
She's not a sadomasochist.
Right.
you share us all the Dallas Cowboy stuff you find.
Oh, does she? Oh.
No, I don't.
She doesn't do that to me.
Right.
She doesn't throw me under the
I
bus
respect
like you,
Slick.
Delgado. Thank
Yeah.
you, Aaron.
She doesn't throw you. She just gives you a nudge.
Well, that's more subtle.
That's more so.
Great googly moo.
Great googly moo.
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 Here comes the beard.
Doing something.
What are you doing?
Get him a wheelchair.
Whoa,
please.
look at that behind the back pass, Big D. Come on now. Look out.
All right. Only down 2.
This is where they want to be.
Yeah, exactly. They'd rather be down 2 than up 22.
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, I mean, nice block.
It is Big D.
I mean, what Brunson is doing to the beard is like almost bordering on call the police. I mean, it's like abuse.
I mean, Beard is, what, 117 years old? I mean, come on.
I mean, it's literally a... All right, live from Studio 6B. 30 minutes past the hour. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, 103.9 LI News Radio. Glad you're in on a Thursday night. Slick's doing sports. Delgado's doing main headlines. Vinnie Mac's off tonight. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. We'll get to more sports. We'll get to more news. We'll get an update on the Knicks game 2 tonight at the Garden. But right now, please welcome back to the show epidemiologist and administrator at the McCullough Foundation. Nicholas Holscher is with us. Nicholas, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure to have you on. You know, we've heard a lot about the Hanta virus. Continues to be in the news. Is there what's the latest here? Is there anything that people really need to know or focus on here with this?
No, the Hanta virus appears to be a dead-end outbreak. There's been 12 confirmed cases, actually 11, and they actually deleted one case because it was a false positive. We haven't seen any new cases now in over a week. And there's 0 confirmed cases in the U.S. and 0 confirmed cases in people who are not on the cruise ship. So, yeah, we believe this is going to fizzle out relatively quickly.
So, I mean, all the talk you're hearing is about this new strain, the strain that's responsible for latest outbreak. So, I mean, do you believe there's anything here for the public to know about or worry about? The whole, is it human-to-human transmission? You've got a better chance of being struck by lightning. Kind of all of the highlights that we've seen. And you think it all is just on its way, going away to, or what do you think?
Yeah, well, particularly the Andes strain, the strain that was on this cruise ship, it was claimed it had efficient human-to-human transmission, but that's not true. A study came out last year or a few years ago, it's called the Systematic Review. They looked at 22 studies looking at the Andes strain, and they found that there is no credible evidence of human-to-human transmission of that very strain. So, in fact, even if it does get off of the ship and infects other people, which it hasn't, it's not going to transmit very easily. We should be more concerned about the rodents, in your garage when you start to sweep it out and inhaling those droppings. You'll face a much higher risk from that than from this cruise ship.
Now, is this one of these things like back with COVID, all of a sudden it was like a new deadlier strain was coming or a new deadlier strain you had to be worried about? Is there any kind of mutations in the future here that we're going to start hearing about that?
No, the sequencing came out. It's basically almost identical with a slight few changes to the one in Argentina. And it doesn't look like there's any laboratory-related anomalies. So we believe we're in the clear for the Hanta virus.
And kind of like COVID, it seems like some of the early reports and studies show that once again, hydroxychloroquine and maybe ivermectin as well, but specifically hydrochloroquine I know was brought up, that it once again, when it comes to some kind of a respiratory infection or something like this, could have been effective against it. Isn't that true?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Hydroxychloroquine has shown antiviral activity as well as ivermectin against most RNA viruses. Hantavirus is an RNA virus. And in fact, there's been a study looking at chloroquine against the Andes strain. It's a derivative of hydroxychloroquine, and it literally protected the mice from death, and it destroyed the virus in the test tube. So, yeah, we believe that will likely at least have some antiviral effect effects in humans, but study is needed there, as well as ivermectin, given their mechanisms of action.
Yeah. And so for people out there, maybe as we're heading into different seasons here throughout the year, and they're hearing about hantavirus, and they're hearing about COVID, and they're seeing stories out there, are folks who still want to be prepared for no matter what comes along. What do you recommend? Obviously, we talked about hydroxychloroquine. We talked about ivermectin. Is there anything else you recommend for people to be prepared?
Yeah, well, honestly, the wellness company has something called the Emergency Contagion Kit, and that has both ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine in it. So that would be handy in case you go on a cruise ship. You don't want to be locked down like those people in the coming up from Argentina. The WHO locked them in their cabins while they inhaled rat excrements. So yeah, if that happens, you want to be prepared, have that on hand. But as well, there's a few other things that will show promising activity against the hantavirus, and they're very obvious: vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc. Make sure you have those stocked up.
All right, there you go. Great advice. Of course, you can visit our friends at the Wellness Company online at twc.health/voice, twc.health/voice. You can use promo code RAV, R-A-V, to save 10% at checkout. Nicholas Holscher, epidemiologist and administrator at the McCullough Foundation. Appreciate you joining us as always. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, live from Studio 6B. And again, you can visit the Wellness Company online at twc.health/voice, twc.health/voice. Let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is a promo code to use. Let's get an update on what's going on at the Garden tonight. Slickster, what's up?
Big D. Knicks are pulling away in the third. They're up by 9 right now. 8:27 to go in the third. They got hot all of a sudden. This is their largest lead of the game, 62-53 right now.
Yeah,
so
good night.
Your good night is over.
Good night in the game. Good night in the series.
Stop. Could be a sweep, Rick. Get the brooms out.
Get the brooms out.
Yep. And let's get to the NHL, Big D. On the ice tonight, Eastern Conference Final, Game 1. Canadians jumped out to a nice 4-1 lead, but Hurricanes have cut it in half. It's now 4-2. 8:27 to go there in the second period, so still time. I call that the dreaded 2-goal lead. We've seen that disappear very quickly, so we'll keep an eye on that. And speaking of California, here we go. California bill could force Anaheim Angels to finally drop Los Angeles name. Could you believe this? Paul Boyer, Breitbart. A bill in California could finally force the Anaheim Angels to drop Los Angeles from its much maligned name due to the fact that the team does not even play in Los Angeles County, let alone the city. Prior to 2005, the Angels were simply known as the Anaheim Angels before becoming the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Stupid. Due to owner Art Moreno's desire to boost marketability in the local television market while satisfying the Anaheim Stadium release. In 2016, Moreno dropped Anaheim from the name entirely and simply became the Los Angeles Angels. Remember that? That was ridiculous. Despite the team playing in Orange County, a new bill introduced by California Assemblymember Avelino Valencia could change that per the New York Post. Assemblymember of Avelino Valencia's bill, AB 2512, you writing that down? Yeah. Which would require the Major League franchise to go back to using the name Anaheim Angels in official documents and marketing materials. But that's only if the city gives the team special legal treatment to help sell, lease, or redevelop Angels Stadium and the surrounding land. The bill sailed through the Assembly this week with unanimous support, and it now goes to the State Senate. You know, they've always been the ugly stepchild of the L.A. Dodgers, obviously, right? And even the San Francisco Giants, the poor Anaheim Angels. They've had a couple of good runs there, but anyway, that's a bill there. Important
stuff. The thing is, they used to be known as the California Angels.
Yes,
it wasn't even. Nobody even talked about Anaheim. That's
way
just where they played, but they used to be known as the California Angels.
Yeah, back in the day.
That actually sounds better than Anaheim,
right? With Chet Lemon and a couple of the great players they had then, right? Barry Bonds was on that team for a while.
Nolan Ryan pitched for them?
Nolan Ryan pitched for them. They were a great team. And Penguins captain Sidney Crosby makes it clear that he has no plans to retire anytime soon. I call him, what do I call him? I call him Sid, the invalid, right?
Invalid, yes.
But Matthew Regal, Fox News, no love lost there with me. When the Pittsburgh Penguins were eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs this season.
What did he do to one of your? What team is yours on the ice that you hate him?
He's with Pittsburgh. Makes the Islanders' life miserable, man. This guy's killing us every time he plays the Islanders. He's made my life miserable. You know, Big D, I can't have any love for these teams that hurt me like the Knicks.
You know what? I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on Sid the invalid.
Yeah, he's old too. You know, he's getting up there. So.
He's old.
But hey,
why is it you never?
Turns 39. 39 in August, Sid the Kid.
39. Why is it you never turn to your teams and say, you know what? You guys suck.
Well, of course I do. I beat them to death.
He does that all the time.
I do.
While he's cheering for them.
Yeah, he's right. Self-deprecation.
Okay.
He's an insufferable
Just sounds
fan.
to me like he's always finding blame other places other than his. I mean, the ultimate blame, of course, is with himself for choosing these teams to beat the teams he's going to root for.
I'm a lawyer. Yeah, well, that's true. You know what? Rooting against teams, forget about it. It's
He is a glutton for punishment.
I abuse myself. But, I'll tell you, Crosby had a good year, though. It's 74 points. I mean, not bad, I'll tell you, for that. 21st season at it's incredible. So, Sid will be coming back next year with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and that's that. That's a wrap in sports. Big D, back to you.
All that to say he's coming back.
All right, Slick, very good. Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell.
It's a story.
LFS 6Bs. Code to use. Right. So there's an article today in Fox News, and it kind of goes along. These last two stories can really go together. But this one's entitled, Senate Republicans are running out of time to prove that they can actually govern. Senator Tillis opposes the reconciliation bill as the GOP faces a litmus test on converting its electoral mandate into action. And I mean, the headline's enough for you to know where this thing goes. I don't even need to go through it. And what's just, it's not funny, but almost laughable is that at the time I saw that article, as I was scrolling to the news, I found what was going to be then my last article, which was, of course, that Thune has just decided to send everybody home.
Yep.
And that's, so I mean, Matt Vespa today over at Town Hall, Trump just got stung by Thune again. So just as I'm sitting here reading this thing about how Republicans have had this, generational gift given to us in 24, and that the Senate is so inept, the Congress is so inept overall, the window is closing on showing that we can get anything done. We can't get the Save America Act done when it's 82% on both sides of the aisle support it. We can't get that done. Thune can't get anything through. He can't. President Trump had no recess appointments thanks to this clown. He's McConnell light, and not even that light, quite frankly. He's like McConnell duplicate so far. So as I'm reading that, I'm thinking, yeah, well, they better. I mean, I don't even know if they can prove they can. I mean, 5 minutes later, I see the breaking news headline: John Thune tells everybody to go home. No votes on. We're just going to leave reconciliation. Just leave it. We'll get back to it sometime in the future.
That's how you know he just won. When they just give up. When they just say, we can't beat this guy. John Thune is a complete... John Buffoon is what he should be named.
Democrats are in control when they're in control, and they're in control when they're not in control.
John Thune just quit. Quit.
And that's essentially, by the way, with our guy Tim Burchett said today. Did you see the video he posted when he left?
No, I didn't.
Burchett posted a video when they left whatever the hell they were doing today.
Which was nothing.
Basically essentially saying, here we are, we're the ones in power, and because the Democrats basically insist that we can't make any modifications to the reconciliation bill, even though they're not in power, essentially saying, they're in power even when they're not in power, and we're never in power even when we control all three. Because the party is so inept. The leadership is so pathetic. And this is where we're at with the party. This is where we're at. So everybody go home. Reconciliation, we'll just leave it on the table. And we're just going to quit on it right now.
Right.
Essentially.
John Thune has just proven he is a Democrat.
All right, we'll wrap it up for a Thursday night. We're back right after this.
this series is over. It could tip over. The series could tip over. Good. Look at the beard. He is lost. He should retire. They have not hit a basket. Look, what's the run? 18-0. 18-0 run. Do you believe this? This is epic stuff.
Are they tied?
Look at this defense. Finally, an open look. He'll miss.
They hit it.
God.
Is that Max Strus?
Imagine this could be. I don't think so.
I mean, what happened here?
18-0 run. 18-0 run.
It's going to happen in every game.
They just knocked off the Knicks. They had a Knicks defense, one of the best defenses I've seen. Very good defense. Very good. They really get after it. I mean, you have to pass it off like 2-3 times. Look at this. Rebounding is incredible.
I'm not going to watch.
It's over.
I'm not going to watch. I can't watch.
The garden might tip over.
Might tip over. Spike Lee's ready to lose his mind. You see Fat Joe? Well, he got a nice coat on today, Big D. Nice white jacket.
The hell of a block.
That is, oof. Allen. 21 of 60. Cleveland is 21 of 60, Big D.
Shooting 30%?
Yep, 33%.
Overall?
21 of 60. And then from 3, they're 7 of 27. So basically 28 of 87.
So they're hitting 28% on their threes.
26, yep. Oh. Knicks are shooting 53%. There's your game. 29 of 55. Knicks not doing good from 3, though. 9 of 25. That's still better than...
Actually, that's not terrible.
You're 36%.
9 of 25.
You can get a Hall of Fame career out of that almost.
Is that 40%?
Just on.
That's about
36.
the league average.
36. Yep. All right. What do we got?
Chat, live in the chat. Let's. We got 10 seconds left.
Oh, man. We blew it. Probably got like $100 super chat.
Yeah.
You sound like...
All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night. Real America's Voice, 103.9 LI News Radio. Glad you're all a part of the show. Let's give Delgado a chance to get through some more news, and we'll do sports one last time and wrap it up for a Thursday. Delgado, what's on the news radar?
All right, Damon. Well, plenty on the news radar. What you'd like to talk about? Well, how about Cuba? Because Cuba has become a big story as of late, even though Iran seemed to be sucking the air out of the room.
Well, we saw the president's speech on Cuba before.
El Trumpo, right?
Well, yes, of course.
Trumpo. You know, it's like Tampa, just better.
Come on. It's a haunted house with palm trees.
I really love what they do. Well, according to this, you may have heard about it. The U.S. has now formally indicted Cuba's Raul Castro on murder and conspiracy charges for downing of planes in 1996. He could be going the way of El Chapo and what's his name out of Venezuela, where now that he's been indicted, who knows, maybe the U.S. swoops in and makes an arrest. Federal criminal charges against the 94-year-old Castro, the brother of the late Fidel Castro, widely seen as one of Cuba's most powerful figures, marks an escalation in the Trump administration's pressure campaign against the Cuban government, who has been under, you could say, under attack ever since the Venezuelan president was taken away. We're talking about Maduro, because Cuba relied heavily on Venezuela, and, of course, some of the assets they got through Venezuela from Russia and China as well. Here is President Trump when asked about Cuba earlier today, cut number 8. Here he is, cut 8. Check this out.
Cuba, look, it's a failed country. Everybody knows it. They don't have electricity. They don't have money. They don't have really anything. They don't have food. And we're going to help them along, and we're going to help them because number one, I want to help them. I don't want to on a humanitarian basis, but We have the Cuban American population, much of it living in Miami and Florida. That's a great group of people, amazing group of people, industrious, they're great Americans. They've wanted this to happen. They want to go back to their country. They want to help their country. I hope they're going to stay here, but they want to go back. They want to invest in their country and, see if they can bring it back. Other presidents have looked at this for 50, 60 years doing something, and it looks like I'll be the one that does it, so we'd be happy to do it. We want to open it up to Cuban Americans where they can go back and help.
Yeah, I think I liked his statement earlier in the show that we played. I thought it was a little more robust, had more details in it, but this was a solid just as well.
Yeah.
And when he talks about the Cuban people, he talks about the many of the Cubans that live in Miami and in Florida. Here is one woman who was asked what this means for her and what she thinks it means for the Cuban people on the ground right there in Miami. Cut number 9. Check this out.
What can I say? I mean, just my heart beating, just feeling finally, I've been here since I was 2, and just feeling like finally that maybe we can have, be able to visit our country again where I was born and I've never been able to go back. And I can't, just an array of emotions so intense that I can't describe it. Because I think that this is it. I really do. And I never felt this way before.
Yeah, so there you have it. Very excited. Lots of great video you can catch on social media of the people celebrating. It seems like the final downfall of the Castro regime there in Cuba. Marco Rubio, Secretary Rubio, was asked about Cuba. Here he is with a couple comments. Cut number 10. Here's how he feels about Cuba and their country and their government. Check this out. Cut 10.
Here's the problem we have. We'll engage with the Cubans. We have. Our ambassadors met with them recently. The CIA director was down there a few weeks ago. There's some State Department communications that occur. I just don't see a lot of... At the end of the day, they got to make a decision. Their system doesn't work, right? Their economic system does not work. It's broken. And you can't fix it with the current political system that's in place. They just don't comprehend how to do it. And it's a failed state. Like, their economy and the model they're trying to follow in Cuba doesn't resemble what anyone is doing anywhere in the world. And the things they talk about economically are cosmetic in nature. They're not real. Because that's what they've gotten used to all these years, is just buying time and waiting us out. They're not going to be able to wait us out or buy time. We're very serious. We're very focused. As I told you a moment ago, in the context of Iran, the president's preference is always a negotiated agreement that's peaceful. That's always our preference. That remains our preference with Cuba. I'm just being honest with you. The likelihood of that happening, given who we're dealing with right now, is not high.
Yeah, so there you have it from Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, and if he's not future president of the United States, he's probably going to be the president of Cuba by the time all things are said and done. Finally, here he is when asked by a reporter, is this the United States and the Trump administration doing some nation building? Here's how he pushed back on that. Cut 11.
It's not nation building. We are addressing something that's directly related to the national security of the United States. We are involved in places all over the world. You're asking me about Ebola. Important. But Ebola's in Africa. Cuba's 90 miles from our shores. So if you have a systemic meltdown in that country, which is where they're headed, so you're heading for a failed state, that's what you have now, but it's 90 miles from our shores. So we'll be impacted by the migratory crisis, by any violence and instability that happens there. It directly implicates the United States' national interest. So the future of Cuba belongs to the people of Cuba in terms of how they're governed, what the system looks like, and so forth. But the national security threat, that's 100% something we're going to focus on, because that's about America.
Yeah, so there he is talking about that. And finally, Damon, I got time for one more thing, if you don't mind. Here's one guy who's not running for president in 2028, Stephen A. Smith. Yep, your favorite.
Oh, boy.
Here he is talking about sanctuary cities. We didn't vote for that. Check this out, Stephen A. Smith.
I don't understand how sanctuary cities, honestly speaking, I got to educate myself in it. I don't understand how sanctuary cities are allowed in this country. I really don't. I don't get it.
He's on
If
it.
there's federal laws that mandate that, you know what, you can't cross the border illegally, there shouldn't be sanctuary cities saying, yes, you can. It just shouldn't be. I mean, one way or another, pick one. You either can or you can't. But it shouldn't be federal government says no, but you say yes, so you get to usurp the authority of the federal government, and we're still calling ourselves a nation of laws. Well, which laws?
Usurp.
It makes no sense.
Usurp it.
That's right.
That's where I'm coming from, Andy.
Andy.
I live in Los Angeles.
You got 30 seconds, Andy. Andy, you got 30 seconds.
Come on, Andy, wake up.
You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Never voted once or was given the offer to vote for or against sanctuary city or state. I think it's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah. I don't blame you for feeling that way, because the American people should have an opportunity to vote on it. You're absolutely right. I didn't even know that was the case, Andy, until you just told me.
Yeah.
Andy.
There you have it, Damon.
Andy from downtown, Big D.
But don't worry, he's not running for president as he sits in front of a picture of the Capitol building.
No, he's not.
Talking about politics.
That's his show on Sirius.
On the POTUS network.
Yeah. 124. POTUS Network. Street Shooter.
But don't worry, he's not running for president.
Wednesdays, 4 to 6. All right, Slick, what's left in sports?
Not much is left in the garden, I'll tell you that. 81-65. Knicks are annihilating Cleveland. I mean, it's a combination. Cleveland is shooting absolutely horrendous, like around 30%, but the Knicks defense is just stifling, and their second chance rebounds and second chance points are just incredible. Knicks look prime, boy. I think this could be their year. I'm going to put the kibosh on them right there for you, Rick.
Thank you.
Let me jump in, Slick. I just want the audience to know before we end tonight a couple of housekeeping things. We will have the winner for Celebrate, what's it called? Celebrate Freedom.
Marty B's.
Marty B's will have the winner, announcement of the winner tomorrow.
Do we know what time?
On our show.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Okay. The winner will know by then, but we'll announce it. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, very good. And then the last thing is, obviously, we're off on Monday, so after tomorrow, we'll see you on Tuesday. So, Slickster, what's going on?
All right, Montreal Canadiens continue to lead Carolina 4-2 at the end of two periods. That's an Eastern Conference Final, Game 1. I don't have much time, but...
That's it. Thanks, Slick. As always, we salute our military, active and active police, firefighters, first responders. Gotta go when we gotta go. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Fran. Great job, as always. Thanks to the guys on the show. Most of all, thank you to Live from Studio 6B audience. Boys will be back tomorrow night. I'll see you on Tuesday of next week. Have a great Friday night. Vinnie Mac will be here tomorrow night with Rick and Rick, Aaron and Fran. I'll see you Tuesday. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. We'll see you tomorrow night. Well, they'll see you tomorrow night live from Studio 6B.
Could be a liver clogged with fat that's slowing your metabolism, making it very difficult to lose weight and stubborn belly fat. Almacet is a scientifically proven food supplement that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism, so it's easier to lose weight.
My name is Stephanie Phillips Solar, and I'm an Almacet success story. I was able to lose 67 pounds with Almacet in roughly 7 to 8 months.
My weight is down. I feel much more energetic than I have in the past.
Over the course of time, I lost a total of 25 pounds. So thank you, Almacet.
Almacet is all natural, supports healthy blood sugar levels, and it's diabetic friendly. Some weight loss plans have you feel weak and hungry, but Almacet will renew your energy, and you can lose weight and feel great.